Meghan Markle is seemingly putting her foot down over a major decision which is likely to cause a major rift between the Waleses and the Sussexes. Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host Adrian, and we're about to dive into an inheritance battle that's got Meghan absolutely furious and could tear the royal family even further apart. Picture this. Princess Diana's most iconic piece of jewellery, the stunning Spencer Tiara she wore on her wedding day, is at the centre of a brewing storm. Two granddaughters, both carrying Diana's blood, but only one is being considered worthy of inheriting this priceless family heirloom worth over £500,000. Princess Charlotte, William and Kate's daughter, is apparently the chosen one, while 4-year-old Princess Lilibet is being completely overlooked. And Meghan? She's reportedly raging at what she sees as yet another deliberate snub to her children. But this isn't just about a tiara, this is about legacy, recognition, and whether Harry's children will ever be treated as equal members of Diana's family. Stay with me as we unpack this explosive royal drama that's threatening to destroy any chance of reconciliation. Let's start with the facts that have sent shockwaves through royal circles. The Spencer Tiara isn't just any piece of jewellery. It's a stunning diamond and pearl masterpiece that has adorned the heads of Spencer women for generations. Most memorably, it graced Princess Diana's head on her wedding day to Prince Charles in 1981, creating one of the most iconic bridal images in history. Here's where things get complicated. Unlike the crown jewels that belong to the British monarchy, the Spencer Tiara remains private property of the Spencer family. Diana's brother, Charles Spencer, the 9th Earl Spencer, is the current custodian of this treasured heirloom. At 58 years old, he holds the responsibility for its safekeeping and makes all decisions about its future use. Now, according to sources close to the situation, discussions have been swirling about which of Diana's granddaughters might one day wear this spectacular piece. Princess Charlotte, now 10 years old and third in line to the throne, is apparently being viewed as the natural choice by many within royal and Spencer family circles. The reasoning seems straightforward on the surface. Charlotte maintains a prominent public role within the royal family. She's frequently seen at major royal events, and she embodies what many see as Diana's legacy in a very visible way. As one insider revealed, given Princess Charlotte's prominent place within the royal family and her public role as Diana's granddaughter, many view her as the natural choice for the tiara's future appearances. But here's where Meghan Markle's frustration enters the picture. Princess Lilibet, despite being Harry and Diana's granddaughter with exactly the same bloodline as Charlotte, seems to be completely overlooked in these discussions. The 4-year-old, who lives in California with her parents, appears to have no pathway to this family heirloom that rightfully represents her grandmother's memory too. Sources close to the Duchess of Sussex paint a picture of a woman who feels her family is being systematically excluded from important family decisions and inheritance rights. An insider told Radar Online there is virtually no way it will end up in Lilibet's hands, and Meghan is seeing this as yet another snub to her and her kids. This isn't just about a tiara. It's about recognition, legacy, and what Meghan perceives as ongoing discrimination against her children. Remember, both Archie and Lilibet face significant delays in receiving their prince and princess titles, something that caused considerable tension between the Sussexes and the palace. Meghan has always been described as being particular about the birthright of her children. She's fought hard to ensure that Archie and Lilibet receive the same recognition and opportunities as their royal cousins. From her perspective, the Spencer Tiara situation must feel like déjà vu, another instance where her children are treated as lesser members of the family despite their legitimate claims. The financial aspect adds another layer to this controversy. Jewellery expert Maxwell Stone has estimated the Spencer Tiara's worth at around £535,000, though he notes that no official valuation exists. This isn't just a sentimental piece, it's a significant asset that represents generational wealth and status. Stone explained that Charlotte embodies her grandmother's legacy in a very public way, making the Spencer Tiara a fitting and symbolic choice for future events, particularly a wedding. However, he also acknowledged that while Princess Lilibet shares the same lineage, her ties to the royal institution are more distant. But here's the question that's driving Meghan's anger. Should a child's geographic location and their parents' relationship with the institution determine their access to family heirlooms? Lilibet may live in California, but she carries Diana's blood just as much as Charlotte does. The timing of this revelation is particularly sensitive. There have been ongoing peace talks between Montecito and Buckingham Palace, with discussions about potentially paving a way for the Sussex children to have some role in the royal fold, if they choose to in the future. Harry and Meghan have stated they want to leave that choice open for Archie and Lilibet when they're older. What makes this situation even more complex is the relationship between Prince Harry and the Spencer family. Despite his well-documented rift with his father and brother, Harry has maintained good relationships with Diana's side of the family. Charles Spencer has generally stayed neutral in the royal family dramas, focusing on preserving Diana's memory and managing the Spencer estate. The Spencer family finds themselves in an incredibly delicate position. On one hand, they want to honour Diana's memory and ensure her legacy continues through her granddaughters. On the other hand, they're being forced to navigate the complicated politics of the royal rift. Charles Spencer has always been protective of Diana's memory and has occasionally clashed with the royal family when he felt they weren't properly honouring his sister. He delivered that powerful and pointed eulogy at Diana's funeral, and he's never shied away from speaking his mind about royal matters. But the Spencer Tiara decision puts him in a unique position of power. As the legal owner of the tiara, he ultimately gets to decide its future. The question is, will he consider the practical aspects of Charlotte's more public royal role? Or will he ensure both of Diana's granddaughters have equal claims to their grandmother's legacy? There's also the matter of precedent and tradition. The Spencer tiara has typically been worn by Spencer women on their wedding days. Diana wore it when she married Charles, and it was seen as a symbol of her bringing Spencer heritage into the royal family. If we follow this tradition, both Charlotte and Lilibet should have equal claims to wear it on their respective wedding days. However, the reality is more complicated. Charlotte will likely have a very public royal wedding that would be watched by millions around the world. Lilibet's future wedding, depending on her choices about royal life, might be a more private affair. From a publicity and symbolic standpoint, Charlotte wearing the Spencer tiara would generate enormous global attention and help cement Diana's legacy in the public consciousness. This Spencer tiara controversy represents something much larger than a dispute over jewellery. It's a microcosm of the ongoing tensions between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family, and it highlights the complex questions about what royal children are entitled to when their parents step back from official duties. The situation also raises important questions about fairness and equality within the extended royal family. Should children be penalised for their parents' decisions? Should geographic location determine access to family heritage? These are the questions that are clearly weighing heavily on Meghan's mind. From a broader perspective, this controversy could significantly impact any potential reconciliation between the Sussexes and the Waleses. If Charlotte is indeed positioned as the sole inheritor of the Spencer tiara, it could create lasting resentment that extends far beyond the current generation. Imagine the future implications. Charlotte wearing Diana's tiara at her wedding, while Lilibet, Diana's other granddaughter, is left out entirely. The optics would be terrible, and the message it sends about the value placed on Harry's children versus William's children would be impossible to ignore. There's also the consideration of what Diana herself would have wanted. Those who knew her describe her as someone who loved all her family members equally and would have wanted both her granddaughters to feel connected to her legacy. The idea that one granddaughter would be favoured over another based on their royal status might have troubled Diana deeply. The Spencer family has an opportunity here to set a precedent for how Diana's legacy is shared among her descendants. They could establish that family heritage isn't dependent on royal titles or official positions, but on blood relations and love. As this story continues to develop, we're watching for several key indicators. First, will Charles Spencer make any public statements about the tiara's future? His silence so far has been notable, but the growing media attention might force his hand. Second, How will this impact the ongoing peace talks between the Sussexes and the palace? If Meghan truly is raging about this situation, it could derail any progress towards reconciliation. The ultimate resolution of this controversy could set the tone for how Diana's legacy is preserved and shared for generations to come. Will it be divided along institutional lines, or will blood relations take precedence over royal politics? What we do know is that this Spencer Tiara situation has opened up a new front in the ongoing royal family tensions. Meghan's reported fury suggests that the Sussexes aren't going to quietly accept what they see as continued snubs to their children. The stakes are high, the emotions are running hot, and the implications extend far beyond a single piece of jewellery. As always, we'll be following this story closely and bringing you all the latest developments right here on Meghan and Harry Tales. That's all for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our royal coverage. I'm Adrian, and I'll see you next time for more exclusive insights into the world's most fascinating royal family drama.